Hello, humans and monsters and other creatures. Savard is here, coming back with a new part of What If Deku had the Death Note. Now, I will not even bother to, do a recap. Let's just get right into the video. As before, of course, we get to the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's just get right into it. As right now, we continue in the next morning, Inko knocking on Izuku's door saying, Izuku, wake up, is your breakfast? As Izuku slowly but surely stand up from his bed and start rubbing his eyes, taking a deep breath and just, good morning, Mom. As after that he hears a sound from behind saying, wakey, sleepyhead. Go to eat your breakfast. As after that, Izuku turned around as he see the Shinigami Ryuk, as he immediately fall on his back and of course, Ryuk said, "What? I thought that you already got used to me." What? You're still here? I thought that... You thought that it was a dream, huh? Well, I'm sorry, but it's not a dream. No, I wasn't thinking that it was a dream. I thought that it was a nightmare. Well, whatever you're thinking, kid. Now, get out and eat your breakfast, because I'm also hungry. What? But my mother will gonna... I already told you that no one will gonna be able to see me except you. And well, that All Might. Just make sure that she will not gonna touch the Death Note. Are you sure about this? I doesn't want her. I said open the door. As Izuku just opening the door and as he just said, good morning, Mom. Oh, good morning, Izuku. What is that on your ear? As Izuku immediately touch his ear and he sees some, a green sludge. As Izuku said, oh, yeah, I didn't tell you last day. I've been attacked by a villain, but the All Might managed to save me. Oh, Izuku, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? So that's why you ran into your room so fast. I thought that you had a bad day, but... Alright, the most important thing that you are safe, and you met All Might? Well, yeah. Alright, Izuku, I hope that you enjoyed meeting All Might. In the end, he's your #1 hero, right? Yeah, you're right. As Ryuk is just behind him, laughing. Your #1 hero, right? She really doesn't have any idea. Are you planning to tell her that he's the one that destroyed your dreams or something like that? Or are you just gonna keep it inside your heart and compress it in the deepest place inside your soul until the day that you will gonna finally snap? As Izuku said, shut up. As Inko said, Izuku, what? Who are you talking to? No one, Mom. It's just, I'm talking to myself. I'm just gonna go and wash my face. As Izuku just done that, and after that he start eating breakfast after coming out of the... Of course, whatever, as he starts eating breakfast with his mother, as after that he hears a sound from behind saying, aren't you forgetting something? Mom? Yeah, you're right. Mom? Yes, Izuku? Do we have any apples left from last day? Apples? Why do you want apples? Well, I'm just hungry and I want to eat them. In the end, they are very healthy, right? Well, too bad we doesn't have any left, but if you want, you can get some out of the store. Well, I think I'm gonna do just that. As Izuku go into his room, changing his clothes and wearing something, above his t-shirt with the short sleeves, a hoodie jacket just to, because right now the weather is a little bit cold, as he look under his bed and seeing the Death Note, as Ryuk said, I think that you should take it with you. If your mother come into the room and start cleaning this place, she will gonna eventually find it. So, keep it with you, and also, take a pencil. Who knows, maybe you will gonna kill someone this street. As after that, Izuku said, as much as I hate to admit it, but you are right. But let's just make some rules. You will not gonna talk outside in the streets, so people will not gonna think that I am a crazy person, alright? Alright, kid, I'm agreeing to that. As Izuku says, good. As he starts walking out of the house, and Izuku just putting his hands inside his hoodie jacket pockets, and the death note is inside his bag because he also took his bag with him. As he's just walking down the street looking left and right, and Ryuk is just flying behind his back, and Izuku said in his mind, "It's really weird. Whatever this thing is following me around, and no one is able to see it. It's just making me feel like I am crazy. And this death note, is it? I mean, it sure is real. I killed 6 people by it, and I can do more. I can make something better than any hero ever did. I can clean this world out of crimes forever. They will know that there's someone that's trying to hurt everyone around of them, and they will gonna know eventually that there is someone is killing those villains in a way or another. But maybe is that right, because in the end I can't be a hero in the legal way, so maybe Ryuk is right. Maybe I should become my own." But before he managed to continue, Ryuk said, "Come on already, I'm getting hungry. Izuku!" As Izuku said, "Stop touching me!" As everyone started looking at him, and Izuku said, "It's just the bugs. I hate flies." As after that, everyone just continued their way, and Izuku said under his breath, "I said don't talk with me in the street." "Well, sorry, I didn't know that you were talking with yourself. Thinking. Were you thinking about the next person that you were gonna kill?" "I sure hope so." As in the end, Izuku finally got into the store, and Ryuk right now outside of the store just standing on his arms and saying, "Come on, Midoriya, hurry up, I'm too hungry." As Izuku just seeing Ryuk doing some weird moves with his body. In the end, he got some apples and going into a park to just, sit down and, just holding the apples for Ryuk to eat it. As in the end, Izuku, after Ryuk done from eating the apple, he sit down and looking into the notebook, as he just open it up and starts reading more rules, just remembering the rules. As Ryuk said, "What, are you thinking about killing someone?" As Izuku said, "Maybe." "Oh, did you said maybe? Oh, well, we are getting started, that's a good start. But it's just, I doesn't know what should I do. Should I?" As Ryuk continues saying, "Well, you can put the name of that Katsuki Bakugo in the book if you want, but you may not be able to make him feel the same amount of suffering that you felt in your life." What are you saying? "He tortured you when you were friends with him from the first grade, right? Or from the kindergarten. That's what you told me last night, right?" "Well, yeah, you're right, but..." "Well then, why don't you kill everyone around of him? Make him feel pain. Kill his parents, his friends, make him see them die in front of his face, and make him be suffering. Make him feel whatever you felt in your life, and hit it with 10,000 times more power, and just make him suffer. And then after that you can kill him, or maybe just telling him that you were the reason for everything and kill him in front of you. That will kinda be certainly a good way to kill him, right?" As Izuku said, "You know what? I really didn't understand half of what you said, but you're actually right. I can torture him as much as he tortured me before. And it's all just by simply putting some people names inside this book, and no one will gonna ever know it was me." It's kind of funny knowing that I can just kill people by simply putting their names inside the notebook is just funny. I just want to ask you something, Ryuk. "Well, ask me." "Can I know what is the feeling of killing people? The feeling of having the notebook and just killing them so swiftly? You are the Shinigami, right? The god of death or something like that. You must killed people before, but can I just know how it feels? How was the feeling of the first time? As Ryuk just looking on Izuku and said, the first time I killed a lots of people that I doesn't even remember my first time. I killed about trillions, and you telling me the first time? But I can only remember the feeling. Other than that, no. But I will just gonna tell you this. I was scared. As Izuku said, well, if you say so. But you know what? I think I have a good idea. As Izuku starts writing some names inside the notebook, and Ryuk just looking on Izuku what he's writing in N. He just writing some names of Bakugo friends, the name of his mother, and also his father, and he specifically putting the way of the death, the time of the death, when it will gonna happen and how it will gonna happen. As Ryuk just reading all of this and said, You're really such a twisted mind, Midoriya. You are acting so nice and cute, but inside you're just rotten. You're really such a crazy person. As Izuku said, well, you told me to make him suffer, and I think this will gonna be a perfect way to make him suffer. What do you think? Well, I certainly think that you are so right, and I'm excited to see what will gonna happen. As after that, Izuku said, me too, Ryuk, me too. In the end, he go back into his house, and the next day, we continue with Bakugo, Katsuki Bakugo, coming out of his room, as, of course, his mother, Mitsuki, telling him good morning, and Bakugo just saying good morning, whatever. In the end, after eating his breakfast, he get a call on his phone, as he said, what? Who's calling me? As he hear on the other side, his old friend with the long, finger quirks. As after that he said, yo Bakugo, why don't you come with us to go into the arcade? We are going to play some games. And, we want to know what are you going to do to get into UA? As Bakugo said, are you serious about that? I'm just eating my breakfast. Well, just eat your breakfast and come with us. Why don't you want to come? I mean, we will gonna enjoy ourselves. We will gonna play some arcades, maybe go and talk with some girls, and, we just want to know what are you going to do in UA. Whatever, just stop talking like this, I'm gonna come. As Bakugo just ending his breakfast and going into the mall, as he met there with his friend with of course, his fat friend with the wing quirks, wing quirk, and the other one with the finger quirk, how he can, just make his fingers much more longer. As Bakugo said, what do you want, idiots? Oh, hey Bakugo, come on, let's play, and it will gonna be on me, alright? As Bakugo said, whatever. As they start going into the arcade, and they start playing some games, they start asking Bakugo about what he will gonna do in UA. As Bakugo said, I'm training in the forest right now, so just leave me alone. If you want to talk with me only on Fridays, because I will gonna train for the rest of the week. Oh, right? Why don't we go and help you train too? I mean, we could help you. Both of you idiots, help me train. You will just gonna hold me back. As after that, the one with the wing quirk said, oh, alright. Whatever you say, Bakugo. As he tried to go into playing one of the games. As after that, he just looking into the game and said, this one is not working. As Bakugo said, what do you mean is not working? As he just looked down and see that the game is not plugged in. As he said, oh, it's just out of electricity. Let me just... But before he, once he put the wire and plug it into the electric core or something like that, he immediately get shocked into his body, and the whole game explode in his face, pushing Bakugo and his friend with the finger quirk back. As Bakugo looked in front of him and said, what the? As of course the game just explode and people start rushing out of the place, but Bakugo look in front of him, he see the one with the wing quirks, his body is just electrocuted, and he quite burned a lot from the electricity as he said, "Oh, what? Hey, stop playing this stupid games. Wake up!" As the one with the finger said, "Don't touch him, Bakugo. You will gonna get electrocuted too." As Bakugo said, "Don't tell me what to do," as he pushed him away. But after that, the guy, once Bakugo pushing him away, he fall on his back and immediately he hit his head by a side of the one of the games, which basically break his skull, and after that his head smashed into the ground into another electric core on the ground with lots of wires. As after that he's just getting electrocuted too because that core was on water, so he immediately being electrocuted and died too. As Bakugo looking back seeing him electrocuted and he just screaming on the top of his lungs, he said, "What the? Stop acting like this. I need to do something." As Bakugo, just seeing the core as he just dragged it away from the water from a safe place. As he looked on his friend and said, Hey, are you okay? Speak, goddammit! Speak!" As he just shaking him, but nothing is helping. He is dead. As he said, No. Stop acting like this, you idiots. Stand up. As after that, people start coming into the place and they start seeing what's happening there. As Bug said, "Come on, you stop standing there. Come and help me." As people start coming in and the police being called as they start talking with Bakugo. And the chief of police said, "Well, Katsuki Bakugo, can you tell us what's happened?" The one with the wing quirk, one of the games were kinda not working, so he saw that it wasn't plugged into electricity. And he gone down to plug it in, but he immediately got electrocuted because there was some water under the wire. The other one, he just fall on his back and hit his head, and he also got electrocuted. As the chief of police said, "Are you sure that it's all what happened?" As Bug said, "Well, the machine exploded too, so that happened." As he just looking down and getting angry, Albus saying, "Damn it, I couldn't save them." The chief of police said, "Don't worry, Bakugo, it wasn't your fault. Anyway, you should go back into your house. We will gonna take care of the rest." As Bug said, "Whatever." As Bug stand up and start walking away, but he pump his fist because he know that he is the one that pushed the other one into his death. If he just didn't push it into the machine, he wouldn't get electrocuted and he wouldn't die. As Bakugo didn't tell this to the police because if he told them that will gonna be something bad on his record and he will gonna just ruin his chances into UA. As Bakugo said, "It wasn't your fault, Katsuki. It was an accident. It wasn't your fault. Don't act like you're an idiot. If I just told the police about that, they will just gonna ruin my chances into UA, so stop acting like this. It wasn't your fault. You will gonna join UA and you will gonna become the best hero. Just forget about it." As after that, while he coming out of the mall, from a far place, from the second, floor, Izuku wearing his hoodie jacket just was looking down on this, eating some popcorns. As Ryuk said, "Well, that was certainly a show." And Izuku said, "I love the look on Bakugo face when he got the question of the police, like, Bakugo, what's happened? How did they die?" And Bakugo was about to tell them, but he didn't tell them that he was the reason for the second person death. That was certainly hilarious. I'm sure that he right now thinking like, "Oh no, they will just gonna ruin my chances to become the #1 hero, blah blah blah. I am Bakugo, I am the explosion murderer king, blah blah blah." Oh, this thing is so awesome. Why didn't you tell me this is so awesome? Well, I didn't want to ruin the fun. You know what? This is actually will be so funny. I want to try it on someone else. Let's leave Bakugo for later. We will gonna come for him in the next week, but for now, I want to kill some villains. As Ryuk said, "Well, why don't you go and watch the news? Or maybe you could possibly get some information out of the police officer." The police have such a long list out of villains in Japan. It will gonna be certainly useful to have this list. As Izuku said, well, you know what, is actually right, but if I just killed villains in Japan, people are gonna start notice this. Lots of people die every day in the whole world. But if I just certainly the numbers of the dead people in Japan and Korea, certainly they will just gonna think that this is someone that are doing something, someone that having some sort of a quirk that killing people. So I think I'm just gonna do it all around the world, killing people left and right. It will gonna be certainly something will not gonna be above the radar. They will not gonna see it. Oh, well, that is a plan. But the question is, how are you gonna get the informations out of the police officers? As Izuku started thinking to himself a little bit and said, this actually is something good. You know what? Maybe I have an idea. But, Ryuk, I have a question. Can I make someone be the reason for someone else's death? But after that, should I kill him or should I just, leave him like that? Well, you could make someone kill someone else, but you will gonna have to kill that person that killed the person in first. But there is another way to save that person that killed the first victim, is by burning the paper that his name being written on it. By burning the paper that someone's names is written on it, you are basically breaking the curse above them, and they will not die unless the action of death has already happened. As Izuku said, well, I'm gonna use this very great. Oh, this is giving me such a great idea, such a perfect idea. Thanks, Ryuk. As Ryuk said, what are you talking about? As he just seeing Izuku start writing some things inside the death note, as he just going back a little bit, trying to not burn the surprise on himself. As Ryuk said inside his mind, this kid is really getting used to this thing so fast. But he need to get away from this place before someone seeing him. He's a smart kid, but at the same time, he's quite crazy. Well, he reminding me a little bit of him. I still miss that light guy. As after that, Izuku said, done and done. Well, today we will gonna watch another show, so I'm gonna get some apples and some popcorns. Come on, Ryuk, let's go. As Ryuk said, what's happened for the word of don't speak with me in the public? They will gonna think that I am crazy. What about that? There is no one around of us. Everyone is just down there watching what's happened, so let's just get out of here. As after that, Ryuk said, well, alright. As immediately Izuku go into the first floor. As after that, he go and come closer into one of the police officers that are right now inside the arcade, just talking with him. As he said, Mr. Police Officer, what's wrong, kid? This place we are trying to, see some things here. So could you please leave the place? As Izuku said, but I just want to know something. Those people, one with the wing quirk and the other one is able to, increase the size of his fingers, right? How did you know that? Well, those two people are my friends from the middle school. As Izuku started tearing up, and the police officer said, don't worry, kid. No one killed them. It's just an accident. I know. It's just hard to believe it. I was just on the second floor and just eating some things, enjoying a nice day, and they just died here. Well, accident happened, kid. Don't worry. Maybe people come and go in our lives. We should not just stick into someone and just follow them around. We should look into the future. Their death is not the end of your life. They were a good friends of yours? As Izuku looked into the police officer and said, they were my best friends. Well, I'm sad to hear this. Look, just look up into the future. More people will. I'm sure that you will gonna meet more people in the future. All right? As Izuku swapped away his tears and said, "Thank you, Mister. By the way, can I know your name? Oh, yeah, I didn't introduce myself. You can call me Akamatsu Akari. Nice to meet you, kid. As Izuku said, nice to meet you, Mr. Akari. As after that, Izuku said, well, thanks for the advice. See you around. I hope that I will gonna ever see you again. As after that, Akari said, alright. As Izuku just leave the place. As he just wiping away his tears and smiling to himself. Such a devilish smile. As Ryuk behind him said, you're really such a little devil, aren't you? As Izuku said, done and done. The final piece in my plan is now complete. Now all what we have to do is just wait for tomorrow. Well, you are really making me excited, Midoriya. I just wonder what will gonna happen tomorrow. Oh, don't worry, Ryuk. It will gonna be such an interesting thing. Believe me, you will gonna absolutely love it. I'm just so excited. I just can't wait for tomorrow. Maybe I will just gonna kill some villains for the rest of the night, and we will just gonna wait for tomorrow. As that's exactly what Izuku is doing. He gone back into his house and come inside his room after kissing his mother cheek, telling her that he love her and everything, and Inko getting a little bit happy seeing Izuku in such a great mood. Which basically Izuku trying to trick his mother to not believe that he is, sad or something or hiding anything, as he come inside his room and start putting some villains' names left and right. In the end, tomorrow, and the next day of course, we continue with the police officer, Kari, as Kari right now just going inside the police office and just meeting with his friends, in the end getting inside the car and immediately driving away, doing his normal shift. In the end of the day, he going back into his house, or not into his house, of course, into the police office, and immediately leave the car, as one of his friends, which is basically the chief of police, said, well, Akari, I hope that you will gonna have a nice night. Stay safe. Well, thank you, Chief of Police. I will gonna make sure that I will not gonna hurt. See you tomorrow. As he just leave the police office, just leave the police office. As he come outside of the door and start walking and walking until he finally got into a dark alleyway. And suddenly, from nowhere, someone stabbing him directly through his heart, making him fall on the ground. As after that, the guy just taking out his gun, and he just looking on his hand, as he just throw the knife on the dead body and immediately ran off. As after that, Izuku from the darkness coming out, as he come closer into the dead body, and Ryuk said, well, who was that guy? I wasn't able to see his face from the hoodie jacket. Oh, just wait, and you will gonna see everything tomorrow in the news. For now, as Izuku starts searching the body, but of course, he's wearing some gloves, so no one will gonna find his, of course, fingerprints or something like that. As he look inside the bag of Kari, as he see the files of some criminals in Japan, and he see a radio, a little radio of a police officers, and also a memory card or a USB. And Izuku said, excellent. As Ryuk said, let me guess. Is this filled with informations about villains? Well, your guess is right, Ryuk, but not only villains. Heroes too. As much as I hate to admit it, but there is a lots of fake heroes in this world. They are only for it in the fame and money. For example, seriously, Endeavor is such a bad hero. He's not really even a true hero, and maybe killing him will gonna give the society such a great boost into the future. As Ryuk said, well, but I still wonder who was that guy. As Izuku said, don't worry, trust me, you will gonna know, just hold yourself a little bit. As Izuku opened the death note, and after that he ripped one of the papers and taken something, or just a lighter, and immediately burned the paper. As he said, this is all going according to Keikaku. As after that he just go out of the alleyway. And the next day we continue with Katsuki Bakugo in his house, as he just eating his breakfast and someone start knocking on his door. As after that he opened the door, and after that he just see in front of him the chief of police and the detective. As Bakugo said, "What's wrong, police officer?" As the chief of police said, "Katsuki Bakugo, is your father is here?" As he said, "Yeah, he's here." And after that, Bakugo father come closer and said, "What's wrong, Katsuki?" As the police come inside the house and they immediately put some weapons into Bakugo father, as they said, "Mr. Mr. Bakugo, you are under arrest for killing Kari, one of the police officers and one of the best even. You are under arrest for stabbing him inside his heart one time in such a deadly motion. We found your fingerprints on the knife of the killing weapon." As after that, Bug said, "What? You can't be serious. My father is not a killer. He's not that kind of an idiot." As after that, the chief of police said, "Katsuki Bakugo, stay back. This is someone... We will gonna take your father. If you want to talk with him, you can come with us." As after that, of course, Bakugo mother come closer and said, "What's happening here? Where are you taking him?" As the detective said, "Please, miss, if you want to know what's happened, come with us." As after that, Bug said, "I want to know what the fuck is happening. And well, you can't be serious that he killed someone." As after that, they take Bakugo and Mitsuki and also Bakugo's father with them. In the end, they finally got into the police office and they put him inside the interrogation room as they start, talking with him. And the chief of police said, "Mr. Bakugo, you have killed Akari, one of the best police officers that I have, in the last night in the middle of the night, by stabbing him inside his heart using a kitchen knife. With one swift move, we found your fingerprints on the knife, and there is a kid that named Izuku Midoriya said that he saw you in the place. He saw you running away with some blood on your hands." What? You can't be serious. There must be a mistake. I was in my house that time. Well, the cameras say something else. As after that, they start showing them some footage of the cameras of the last night. As they just seeing that, of course, Bakugo father have killed exactly, stabbed the guy inside his heart. And after that, just look into the cameras and immediately just leave the place. As the cameras start to glitch out after that minute. And suddenly, after the glitching, ended, they immediately go back into normal. As the guy said, "There must be a mistake. There must be a mistake." "I'm sorry, but there is no mistake. You are under arrest, and you will gonna be put into prison for about 10 years for killing the chief, for killing the police officer." And I really doesn't know how many years someone being put into prison if he killed in Japan, but let's just say 10 years. As after that, Bug said, "What?" Of course not Bug, they still in the interrogation room. As he said, "No, you can't be serious. There must be a mistake." As the chief of police said, "Take him, boys," as they just take them out. And after that, Bakugo and his mother start, going close into his father, but they just take him away. And Bug said, "Where the fuck are you taking my dad?" As the chief of police said, "Please, Miss Katsuki and also Bakugo, Miss Bakugo and Katsuki Bakugo, please come with me. You need to know something." As they just took Bakugo and his mother and start explaining about what happened. As Izuku's just can't, Bakugo just can't believe it. And his mother is just, of course, Mitsuki is just holding her tears back and said, "No, there must be something wrong. I'm sorry, Miss Bakugo, but there is no mistake. Your husband is a killer. He killed him with a cold blood, and he even smiled into the cameras. I doesn't know the reason, and we will gonna make sure to know what's happened that night, but your husband will gonna put into prison for 10 years. No, you can't be serious. Are you serious? These footage... Are you sure this footage are real? This video is real?" "Well, we are sure that this video is real, and also this video has been recorded by one of the cameras of the police. Of course, one of the cameras that are so close into the police office. And also, We have his fingerprints on the knife that has been used to kill the victim, Kari. So we are 100% that he is the killer. We will gonna have some more, we will gonna investigate in this more, but for now, you and your son should go. As after that, Bakugo said, that asshole! As Bakugo said, there must be a mistake. I will not gonna believe in this. This is our fake evidence. I'm not gonna believe that my father is a killer. Not while I am trying to be a hero. As after that, the chief of police said, well, if you're really trying to be a hero, we will not gonna show this in your record. We will just gonna put it inside his own files. But for you, you will be clean, so don't worry about any ruined chances of getting into UA. And we will gonna make sure that not a lot of people will gonna know about this. As Bakugo said, damn it. Well, for now, you and your mother should leave. Miss Mitsuki, please, you could leave right now. As after that, Mitsuki and Bakugo leave the place, and Mitsuki said, Bakugo, are you okay? As Bakugo said, leave me, bitch. I want to be alone. As Bakugo just started running away, and Mitsuki said, Bakugo, wait, I just want to talk with you. As Bakugo said, I said, leave me alone. As Mitsuki said, please, Bakugo, But before she managed to continue, suddenly a car hit her and immediately in her body. As after that, Bakugo looking back and seeing his mother being smashed by the car, as he said, no, you can't be serious, no, come on, wake up, as he come closer into his mother, just slapping her on her face and shaking her, saying, come on, wake up, as the guy inside the car, immediately, he already have died. Because of course some glass going into his head, as Bakugo said, no, speak with me, god damn it, speak with me. As Bakugo starts stirring up, saying, no, this can't be happening, this can't be. As some of the police officers that close into the office come closer into the place, as they try to take Bakugo, but Bakugo just throw some explosions on them because he just wants to stay by the side of his mother. And while he's just fighting the police officers and they just trying to take Bakugo away, far away, someone is just eating some popcorn while there is an apple being eaten in the middle of the air, just leaning against the wall, and said, come on, throw another explosion on the one on your left. He will gonna hit you with his staff. As immediately the guy just hitting Bakugo on his head with the staff, knocking him out. As Izuku said, shh, I told you. Well, this certainly was interesting, Midoriya. This certainly was interesting. You were real about that. It will gonna be worth it in the end. As Izuku said, don't worry, Ryuk. You will gonna see much more important thing in the future. Thanks for the help of one of the villains that I found inside the files. Oh, and also, thanks for glitching out the cameras last night so they will not gonna see me. Well, you gave me some apples for that, so you can say if you need any help, just give me some apples and I will gonna do it for you. As Izuku said, that's good to know. That's very good to know. And Izuku, after ending from his popcorn, start walking away, smiling to himself, saying, all according to keikaku, which basically means the plan. And this is gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you think about this part and what do you think will gonna happen the next part. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this part because I certainly enjoy it. I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.